Hello everyone, my name is Zo, and because you guys requested it, I am making an update to my cold bladevortex magic finder. As a note, this is not a build for you to league start with, but one you can swap into a couple of days into the league when you acquired the items for it. This update will take into consideration most of the changes that will happen in the 3.23 patch and also changes done from my experience playing the build. In the background, you guys can watch me do a corrupted 8 map with this build on an Arcane Go Atlas similar to what I would be starting to magic find on. So, what will change in patch 3.23? The first big change is the fact that the Helm enchant is no more, and this means we will have to get skill effect durations somehow. It is almost impossible to keep 10 blades up all the time if we don't have some increased effect duration on our passive tree. We can solve this issue using an amulet anoint or by implementing an impossible escape jewel in our build. I do think the latter is way better, especially because we need to anoint charisma or an amulet. The blade vortex gem and quality also changes, but this should be a buff in general. Another change is the fact that Vortex is no longer an instacast spell, so we can't use it on our left click anymore. This made me use Frostblink as a skill to apply Bone Chill and Frostbite with. Other smaller changes are related to the fact that there are no more alt quality gems. We only have default and transfigured ones. In this guide, since we don't know most of our transfigured gems, we will be using only default ones. As for new ascendancy, I would suggest using a primal list. Hopefully there will be a lot of interesting things to choose from to build it up. Alright, it is time to take a better look at our character I was playing with. The character is ZZBVMF. It is my level 100 character from the Trial of the Ancestor League, but I removed 5 passive points from it to simulate a level 95 character. For items, let's just focus on the equipped items for now. This is a wand, +1 physical, a bit of crit. I bought it for like 10c. Same with the shield, +1 physical and some increased crit strike chance. It doesn't even have any spell damage or cold damage, so you will be able to snap one up for under a divine, I'm pretty sure. Just for helmet, just a Devoto's Devotion. Simple 10c item. For amulet, just a Biscos. Now the expressive part on it is that the fact that I anointed charisma. 2 Ventors. Now I'm using, this one is expensive, but this is from my old character. You will be able to get one with less quantity and maybe a bit less resistances for cheaper for sure. The chest piece, now this is one of the mandatory items because we want the explode. It was a basic chest piece that somebody failed whenever it they constructed it. It only has a bit of resist on it. It doesn't even have life, and since it doesn't have life, I could put on the passive tree the mastery with 15% more life. For boots, just a gold worm. Piscos as a belt. Now I picked one up with increased rarity for like 10 chaos. And Rim Sorrow, this is another mandatory item, also with curse, LA weakness curse on hit. It was only 1 divine, so nothing crazy there either. From all this until now, the only really mandatory item is the chest piece. And of course all the magic find items. For flasks, I do use a divination distillate because I am a low life character. A taste of hate a gold flask, a quartz flask, and a quicksilver flask. Now if you think you don't need a quartz flask, you can add an evasion one for even more tankability. Alright, let's talk about the gems now. In the chest piece we have bladevortex, linked to increased crit damage, inspiration, power charge on crit, and unleash. In our weapon we have shield charge, linked to life tap and faster attacks. In our helmet we have frost blink, bone chill, hex touch, and frostbite. So this is how we apply bone chill and frostbite with. In our shield we have steel skin. Now since we don't have vortex on our left, we can actually use steel skin to make us a bit more tanky. Herald of Ice and Herald of Purity, don't mind the anomalous part. In our boots we have Arrogance, linked to Vitality and Defiance banner to get us as close to low life as possible. We also have Blood Rage over here to give us a bit more attack speed for our shield charge and some frenzy charges. In our gloves we have Petri Blood, Grace, Hatred, linked only to an Enlightened 3, so you don't need one of those Enlightened 4s that costs over 10 divines at league start. Now, on the passive skill side, we have a couple of things. One that I think is going to be kind of expensive this league, but for me, to swap over to this build, I would think it's mandatory, and that is this Impossible Escape Jewel over here with Mage Bane or with Necromantic Aegis. And why do I say that? Because we want this skill effect duration to make Blade Vortex feel good. Because if we don't have that, we will not be able to sustain the 10 blades as well as we do. As you can see, even with all the duration, it tends to fall off quite quickly. So you do need as much duration as possible to be able to sustain the 10 blades. If you would only anoint exceptional performance, you would barely have 10 blades up all the time. It would be possible, but you would have to kind of time your unleash hits, like time your right clicks perfectly. Another thing, what we have over here is our Elegant Hubris with Caspiro. Now we use this to make it that none of our armor or gems require any attributes. This helps us a lot while gearing and gemming. We don't have to worry about dexterity, strength, and so on. Other thing that this Elegant Hubris adds is more rarity for our magicfind. So there are some pretty goods out there. This is a pretty good one. It costed me 5 divines and it gives me rarity in 2 places, which is very, very good in my opinion, especially whenever you're gonna swap early league in day 3, 4, 5 to start to magicfind with. Inspire Learning. This is a no-brainer in this spot because you need all the notes, so easy pickup. Should be around 1, 2, 3 divines maybe in the first couple of days of the league. Alright, cluster. We have 1 cluster set up and it's the one, the large one with cold damage, and we need this, and this is kind of a priority whenever you're gonna level up your character, if you will level it as a cold blade vortex, because we want blast freeze. Blast freeze is a really, really big node because it spreads the freezes you apply to monsters. This is why everything around you is frozen whenever you freeze only one mob. Okay, another thing is a corrupted blood jewel. This is very good for us because, yeah, we are a hit-based character, so we will get a lot of stacks of corrupted blood fast. Now let's talk about some upgrades and how I would prioritize my upgrades from this character. First of all, weapons. You can pretty sure upgrade these a lot with a lot better gear and a lot faster. I would not spend though more than 2-3 divines per item because we do want to gather our divines to buy the headhunter. Now before buying the headhunter, a couple of upgrades you could do that would give you a lot of damage is this Devoto's Devotion with +1 maximum power charges. This should give you like 10% damage or something, and it's like 1 divine. Another one is this Awakened Unleash. Whenever you're gonna pick up the Awakened Unleash, you will be able to drop these points over here and this mastery. And yeah, allocate it maybe somewhere else. Then I will start gathering all my divines to buy the Headhunter. Headhunter is huge for this build because it's a physical skill. Bladevortex is a physical skill, so it takes advantage like from a lot of the Headhunter buffs. Headhunter is a lot better, like 5 times better than an Inspired Learning. And yeah, I can't stress it enough. A lot of people don't even start magic finding until they have a headhunter. That's how important a headhunter is. Another upgrade is for our chest piece to get the elevated explode node. This will put you behind 10, 15, 20 divines because it's not that easy to get. Other upgrades: Forbidden Flame, Forbidden Flash with Heart of Destruction. Now this was like 40 divines last league, this combo. But the fact that you get 40% more damage while attacking a boss and then 60% increased area of effect while you're not attacking a unique boss is huge. So I would rate this even higher than a Progenesis. Progenesis should help you quite a lot, especially that you're already a low life character. I would replace the Quartz Flask with it. Other upgrades: some corrupted boots, like corrupted movement speed on the Gold Worm. Maybe a better, like a double corruption Rim Sorrow with LA weakness and like spell damage or something like that. For amulet, well, an Eye of the Great Wolf or one of the new simplex amulets, like one crafted with 20% quantity and like 80 crit multi or something. Yeah, those will be some insane amulets, but I'm sure the price of them will be really, really high because everybody's gonna want them, and you will compete with the bow magic finders for that amulet. So good luck with that. Yep, this is about it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for being here. It does mean a lot. Keep walking, Exiles. The next league awaits you.